going on, Jerome's? So the NFL Combine is upon us, which means the NFL Draft is right around the corner. And, of course, the grand poobah of the NFL Draft, Mel Kiper Jr., Todd, doing up his mock drafts, just released his 2.0 yesterday, and got some things going on. So in his 1.0, the Vikings went with Clemson cornerback Nate Wiggins, and the Vikings in this time around go power. Go absolute power. Mammoth of a man on the outside. Jared Verse, who is going to come in a little bit older of a prospect, but he will destroy worlds. And the Vikings potentially losing Danielle Hunter certainly could and should need his services. So this is what he wrote. Again, the conspiracy man. Every single time it's either Kirk Cousins or about the Vikings, the little ad, the little promotion thing just pops up. Again, I think I'm 4 for 4 on this ever since we saw it, man. So at 11, Vikings, Jared Verse, DN, Florida State. I almost went corner here. Terrion Arnold, Alabama, Cooper DeJean from Iowa, and Nate Wiggins, Clemson, who the Vikings went with in his 1.0, are my top three. But I wonder whether this instead could be the spot for an edge rusher. If Danielle Hunter leaves in free agency, Minnesota would have a massive void to fill. Verse could be an asset on all three downs. He had 18 sacks over 2 seasons at Florida State, where he also developed into a solid run defender. He was inconsistent at times, but he has some savvy as a pass rusher. I'm really curious to see how he tests in the on-field drills at the Combine, and that would be big for Jared Verse, especially the agility drills. Speed-wise, like just from the eye test, he's fine, but absolute power, yeah, he certainly does have that. Now, initially he was at Albany, and then he transferred to Florida State 2022, 2023, and he's really damn good. Back-to-back 9-sack seasons. And like we said, he is a little bit older of a prospect, going to be 24 in November, but he's 6'4", 260. We'll see if that changes markedly at the Combine. But a 2-time first-team All-American, and probably could have declared last year, and probably would have been like a fringe first-round pick. But 60 pressures, 9 sacks this season, 91.0 PFF pass rush grade. Excellent first step, and also power. Absolute power on the outside, collapser of pockets, but also does keep the edge, so doesn't over-pursue. So I think that he will come in, and he will be a plug-and-play starter on the edge in Brian Flores' scheme. Now, he's about 50-50, hand in the dirt and stand-up, has good bend, has good hands as well. So, the Vikings, Dallas Turner was already off the board in Kiper's mock, same thing with Latu, but Verse would make a lot of sense here, especially if the Vikings do lose Danielle Hunter in free agency, which at this point kind of seems likely, but we'll see. Now, of course, with all mock drafts, it's not about the player who was selected. It's more about who is still on the board. So, not spoiling Kiper's full mock draft, but at number 12, the Vikings passed up on J.J. McCarthy, and he went number 12 to the Broncos. Of course, it's not so much I'm in love with J.J. McCarthy. I like him a lot. And frankly, if he's there at 11, just sticking and picking, yes, whether Kirk is back or not, just take him and groom him to be your quarterback of the future. It's more, I don't want good things to happen to Sean Payton. Also, a recent draft crush of mine is, of course, Byron Murphy II. He goes 13 to the Raiders. So with Murphy II and also J.J. McCarthy, Dynamite on the board, the Vikings do go with Jared Verse. And like we said, it's not an aspersion on Jared Verse at all. And I do think that he will come in as a day one starter and be a difference maker. So I think that overall, if that's how it went down, I wouldn't be too upset about it. I am upset about the Disney bundle. But your thoughts are thoughts. Todd. Mel Kiper Jr., mock draft 2.0. Vikings add a little bit on the edge. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts and his thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.